and this is him, and this is the other guy. And today we're going to review a piece of history. This is the 2008 Volkswagen Beetle. The history is very well known. The car was sold off in 1939. 1939, the government of Transjordan declared war on Germany. Hitler, at that time, he was the leader of Germany. He decided that he will ask his best engineers to come out with a proper response to the challenge of the war declared by the Transjordan government. And they came out with this, the Volkswagen Beetle. Everyone recognizes the curved design. Many models and many modifications were made to this particular design since 1939. In this case, they put some air vents here, these things, and they gave it a wing like this. In essence, it's a VW with a wing. Because it's a VW with a wing, some people call it the Porsche Turbo. It's a terrible design. It's so bad that there's basically no trunk space whatsoever. Very unpractical car. To show you, we will open the car and we will open the trunk, and you will find that you cannot even fit a small bag in it. Can you fit the small bag into this space? No! There's no way that you can close it. Terrible car. Terrible, terrible, terrible car. Let's close it. Inside, the car is so small, even though it's called the 2+2, which should fit 4 people really easy, getting into the back seats is almost like childbirth, but in reverse. So if you have seen childbirth on Animal Planet or on the Discovery Channel, this is the same process in reverse. He's in. Now getting out of the car is basically childbirth. You just have to see it on the Discovery Channel again. One other default is that in the 1990s and the 1980s and then the 2000s, the economy became so bad that the Porsche government had to employ outside labor, people without experience and people without morals to build their cars. So, many of the cars came out from the factory with defaults. Can you tell us what is the default with this car? Let's show them. What is defective with this car? Let's open up the hood.
No engine. No engine.
No engine. This car was delivered without an engine. So, because of this, the previous owner of this car, upon receiving the car, he had to install his own engine. And this is another victim. People are so shocked by this car that they always fall down. Still, inside the car it gets really worse. Would you like to get into the car so if you stop falling on the floor? Fall on the seat. Let's show them the review of the interior of the VW Beetle with a wing. Inside the car, everything's wrong. Let's show you. Please, sir, would you like to go in and fall on the seat? On the seat, not on the floor. Inside the car, everything's wrong. Come to put the key, you'll find that there's no place to put the key in. You have to go to the other side. Okay, fine. We found the place for the key. And then we have to look at the speedometer. Everyone knows where to look at the speedometer. It's the big dial in the center. But the speed is not measured in terms of kilometers, it's RPMs. And where the rev counter, the engine rev counter is, you'll find something which reads things which read in kilometers. Another area of difficulty with this car is basically all those buttons. I have no idea what they mean. Try to touch them and nothing happens. They just splash up. And then you have these things, and these things, and these things, and none of them really make sense. It's a car that doesn't make sense at all. And then, there's a telephone, which doesn't work. And then, there's this thing, which is called, what is this called? A chrono. Now this thing's supposed to measure the time. It measures time, and time is usually measured in terms of speed, distance. So if you want to look at the road, at the speed, and then find the time that it takes to do it, you will have to have how many eyes? At least 3.
I think 4.
And all 3 of them pointing in different directions.
Yeah.
So despite your 4 eyes, this is not good enough because they all point in the same direction.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, there are some things which we like about this car. And basically there are these buttons here. The only buttons which make a little bit sense in this car. This button here is supposed to make the car go like jump. Ah, yes, it works. And then this other bottom here makes the car goes like boom. And then there's a seriously mysterious bottom here which makes the car go like and then you have these bottoms here which for some reason make this little lever go to what? That's why we like this car. If you're ever late for school, please, can you take our picture from behind?
Sure.
Bye-bye.
No.
Let's show you what happens with it.
Okay.
I've got a feeling I forgot.
Dad, I'm late for school. Come on.